Darlene here. Today's video is just showing you part of a trip that I just made. I didn't think to take pictures of the part of the trip where we were in the forest. It was very beautiful. It was also rainy. And for some reason or other, I didn't take any videos there. But I took some videos on the rest of the trip on the way home. So let's get to it and watch and see what I took. I did download a picture. This is pretty much what it looked like, except for the trees were barren instead of green. But it was foggy and rainy. This was along the Columbia Gorge. It was just so pretty with the fog in the trees. On the way to where we were going, we stopped at a restaurant called Camp 18. And these are some of the wooden carvings that we saw outside and inside the restaurant where we stopped. Camp 18 is a restaurant. But there's also lots of old antique equipment there. It was too rainy to walk around and look at all of it. The pins were in an interesting little shoe. Looked like a real cougar, but he was stuffed, so he wasn't going to jump on us. And an elk. This is a big one. Somebody had a trophy. And a lamp, or a light fixture made out of antlers. Really quite pronounced. And a shoe that had dirt in it. I'm sure it had a plant in there one time. Didn't quite get the top of that other is supposed to look like an animal. Here's a bear, a carved bear. There was a fish right next to it, and I didn't get a picture of the fish. In the background, you see another bear. And you can see the other bear, and the person standing there is a carved logger. And you can see how it was raining. This picture is a bit fuzzy, but I liked it anyway. The raindrops were kind of interesting. And here's kind of the same view with it a little clearer. And you can see some of the carvings. This carved bear was inside the restaurant on a carved table in front of the fire. Lampshade made out of a pine cone, rather cute. I guess that's not really the right word for it. And my tea came in a big teapot that was really gorgeous. And the cup says Camp 18 and the hubby. And there's me standing in front of a carved bear. And I'm still standing in front of the carved bear. Really unique restaurant. And the food was yummy. We did stop in at the gift shop. And I bought a cat climbing up into a hat. And there's a mouse on the top. And this little cat looks a little bit like one of our real kitties. And I bought a pretty bird. It looks almost like a real bird. Fun. I ordered trout. I hadn't eaten trout in years. And oh, it was so yummy. This is along the Columbia River. And I've got several. On one side of the river, there's rock formations all along when we're down in the gorge part of the river. Columbia River, in case I didn't say that. And can't really see, but there's river on the other side of it was the mosquito in the window that I took that for. Here's the river. And we were heading eastbound when I was taking these pictures. The Columbia Gorge is so gorgeous. We go from trees and mountains to hills and sagebrush. Sometimes there's longhorn sheep along these rock formations, but we didn't see any today. I suspect they're all bedded down for winter. Here's the river again. It's dry. I mean, it's like no wind. It was like a mirror. It isn't often that way. You see how you can see the shadows of the hills. Just a beautiful, beautiful drive. And here we are driving along. You can see this is the terrain on the opposite side of the river. And I took the sound out of the video because we had the radio on. But here's some more. There's the occasional tree. But lots of sagebrush. Here's the river again. And the further we went east, it was not quite as smooth. This is through the little town of Arlington, and lots of windmills along the way. And these are just a few of the road signs that we went past. I didn't take pictures of anywhere near all of them, just a few here and there. Local people will recognize where I'm at. And here's the route that we took from Seaside, Oregon, back home to Athena, Oregon. And as you can see, that's 306 miles one way. Here's another road sign. I thought the sky was pretty and the silhouette of the trees. The trees in winter. In the spring and summer, there are leaves on all those trees. In the winter time, there's that mosquito on my windshield again. It resides there. Here we go. You can see these are the Blue Mountains in the background. And I believe they had fresh snow while we were gone. There's a better look at the mosquito. He's made out of some kind of metal and just a marble. Interesting sky and typical of the terrain in this area. We're getting closer to home. This was a tower, a cell tower. I didn't get the whole thing. Didn't turn the camera on fast enough. You're seeing the Blue Mountains in the background again. Such a pretty thing. We don't go through or over the Blue Mountains. We get home before we get to them. Now you see the town of Pendleton, Oregon. We're going down into a valley. The town is down in a valley. And if you go up those hills there, out of Pendleton, after you get to the top and go a bunch of miles, you get to La Grande, Oregon. But we don't go that far. Going down into town, there's solar panels. Shows the signs of the time. They're halfway, Pendleton sign, and the mountains in the background and the solar panels. And we're going down, down, down into the town of Pendleton. Then after we get to Pendleton, we go pretty much all the way through town and cut off to the left on Highway 11. And we live halfway between Pendleton, Oregon and Walla Walla, Washington. It's exactly the same distance from our house to Pendleton as it is to Walla Walla, Washington. It's in the northeast portion of Oregon. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little trip. And like I said, I'm missing an earring. It's got to be here somewhere. I put it on earlier this morning. Must have fallen off of my ear. Let's see if the other one is on. Yes, it should look just like this one. So it's here someplace. I'll find it. Anyway, found the earring. As you saw, we went to Seaside, Oregon for a conference. And we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then they served breakfast to us on Sunday morning, and then we headed home. And we were at that conference because hubby he's a chairman of the cemetery board in our little town. And all the people at the conference belong to districts of some sort in the state of Oregon. It's called small districts. It's a small district. That's the Association of Oregon. Small district. No, not small. Sorry. Special District Association of Oregon. Our district is small, but some of the districts are not. It includes fire, police, water, library, cemetery, irrigation, parks and recreation. I'm probably forgetting one, but there were a lot of people there. And it's always good to I don't get out and about very much, but I really enjoyed it. So that was fun, and I was glad that I could make a little video just to bring you along with me. I will see you next time I make a video, and until then, hold tight to God's hand. He will hold tight to yours. Let His love and blessings flow through every part of your being. And I will see you on the next video. I said that already, didn't I? Soon. Bye.